In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the voltage testing for the Edwards BPS10A booster panel. So it's a fire alarm booster power supply. And then on the inside, right there, BPS10A, 10AC, 10A, 10A. So sorry, it's a 10A, not 6A. So this is the booster BPS10A, or 10. So we're going to take a look at the LED. We know the power's on. We're gonna measure our AC voltage, which is the power lines coming in here. Then we're gonna measure our DC circuit, which is the two batteries here. So it's a looped battery circuit. So you have two 12-volt batteries looped together, so it's 24 volt. So we're gonna take measurements of both. So first, let's do our AC. There you go, so our leads are on. We're at 122.7. So that's our AC voltage. And then now we'll do the two leads in the middle here, or in front of us. So I'm not gonna do it on the loop, I'm gonna do it on the two leads that are connected to the panel. If I can do this steadily enough, there we go. Well, you can see I got my polarity reversed. Let me swap my leads around. I'll get the same number, but I just won't get the negative polarity. All right, so now I'm back on the leads again. And I'm at 26.7 DC. So both my AC and DC power are currently on. So now we'll identify the breaker. And we have the EMPL1 circuit 1, which actually is the same circuit as the main fire panel. So we're gonna go find that circuit and we're gonna switch it off, and then we're gonna take another measurement. Okay, we found the panel for the booster panel circuit. And it's actually the same number as the FACP. So it's the same circuit because they're next to each other. So I'm gonna remove the lock. I already loosened it. And we're going to flip the breaker, which will kill the power to the booster panel. And then we're gonna measure the voltage on it. So we'll flip it off. And then we will go take our measurement. So we're back at the booster panel. I'm going to take our measurement now that the circuit breaker has been turned off. Get our leads. So first we're gonna check the AC. Okay, so both leads on there. And we got no power. So the power is off. And now we go to our battery. So I see I got my loop here. So it takes this 12 volt, 7 amp, 12 volt, 7 amp, two 12s, makes it a 24. So now I'm gonna measure between the two leads here. I'm gonna do a chopstick hand. Gotta make sure my leads are touching. Oh, I got the polarity reversed. Let me swap them so it looks proper. There we go. So now I got my leads on. Oh, not quite. There you go, now I got my leads on. So we have our battery voltage now, 25 volts DC. So now everything's running off the batteries. You can see the power light is off on the panel, which is normally on. So right now we're running off the batteries. So the booster panel is on backup power. All right, now let's go flip the power back on and test again. All right, now that we've taken our measurement, we're back at the panel again. Open it up. So again, the booster panel is on the FACP. Same number because they're right next to each other, so same circuit. So we're gonna flip the power back on now. So we're at the right panel, we're gonna flip it back on. So now the booster panel should have power again. Put the little lock on there, I'll tighten it up after. So now the circuit is back on, it's live. So now we will go check our booster panel. And now we've turned the circuit back on. So we measured the voltage before, we measured it with the power off, we're on backup power, and now we turned it back on. So we have our green light, we know the power's on. We're gonna take measurement of our AC and DC again, just to make sure everything's back to normal. So turn on our meter. So first we'll measure our AC, make sure it is indeed back on, even though we have the power light. So I know it's back on. Oops. It's hard to do one-handed, I'm telling you. All right, so we're at 122.6.7 AC. All right, so we got our leads on. All right, so got our voltage, so AC power is back on. And then we'll also just double check our DC voltage again. Again, reverse polarity, keep doing that. Like I said, my number will still come out the same, it's just the negative polarity will be the difference. So there we go, our DC circuit back on, 26.7. So I got my leads on, one-handed, very skilled. So DC is good. So our panel's back to normal. We have our AC and our DC voltage back to normal. So that is how you do your voltage testing for the Edwards BPS10 booster panel. Again, you identify your breaker so you could test it when you take the main power off to measure the DC voltage to make sure the power is going into the system and it kicks on. So that way in a power outage, it could still run your audible circuit. And that'll be all.